We've got somebody who I'm sure their actual legal name is Dropkick in Indiana calling in. This looks pretty straightforward. He says you want a better understanding on the difference between atheists and theists. Is this accurate?
Yeah, absolutely. So for the past several years, I have kind of a routine where I go to different churches from different denominations and religions, kind of learn more about those sides. Atheists obviously aren't really going to have much of a church or a meeting they have on a weekly basis. So just found this last night. This is
Yeah. So, I mean, there are different, you're going to run into a couple different types of atheists. But the most broad definition that you're going to run into is that atheists are people who are not convinced that there is a God or that there are gods. That's pretty much it. And theists would be those who do accept that they're,
Right. Yeah, there's that aspect of it. And I guess the part that intrigues me a bit, from what I've found, religion's always kind of acted as like not necessarily a crutch, but it's kind of like a safety mechanism for a lot of people. It helps them guide their way through all of the nonsense that life throws at them from time to time, and kind of holding on to that faith gets them through it. Atheists kind of, obviously, since they don't have that faith, it's interesting to find how the adapting works on that end of it.
So Kenneth was a Christian, and I want to ask him after I this point on what he would say, his value of life and meaning and going through. But to me that always seems to be like, if I can convince myself or if I can delude myself of some claim that makes me feel better, like lucky socks or something, like it'll help me through my day. That's not the type of life I want to live. I do not want to be the type of person that has to deceive myself to make myself feel better, because from my perspective, it makes me feel better knowing that things that are true in the world are independent of how I feel about it. I could die tomorrow. I could have never lived. The truth is the truth.
Yep.
I talk to so many spiritualists and they go, well, it's true for me. And it's like that. I don't know how that works for people. I really don't get how deceiving yourself in this way works for you in any way. I mean, you're going to go through life constantly putting up barriers there where it just, I say this a lot, it causes a cascading effect of just, well, I can reason anything I want now. If that works for someone else, I mean, it's hard for me to say good for you, but because like we said at the beginning of the show, the beliefs inform actions. If your scripture tells you that gay people go to hell and that they're not even worth the same treatment as any normal person, well, then that informs your actions, and it's not a harmless belief. But I want to present to Kenneth and see his response on from when you were a Christian to not, to what he's saying, how that changed for you.
Yeah, and really quickly, Dropkick, I'm going to drop the call because we do have to run. But the short answer would be like nothing really changed. My values were pretty much still the same. I still wanted to be good to people and not have people be shitty to me. If anything, my appreciation for this life went up because I wasn't thinking forward to an afterlife. There was this realization that this life appears to be what we've got. And that realization just sort of imbues every moment with that much more value and also urgency. It really makes a difference whether or not I'm shitty to people, because this life is not a trial run for something else, in the future. So that's kind of the big thing there. I mean, and exactly with what you were just saying. I mean, I could find, I could have a belief that I'm going to date Cardi B and I need to build my whole life around this. And I could derive great meaning from that. And it would have no bearing whatsoever on whether or not that was true. It could make me a great person. I could, have better style. I could start getting into music. There's a whole bunch of consequences the belief could have. But, whether or not Cardi B's into me is an independent sort of question.
And when you find out you've deceived yourself in that sense, I think this is the struggle a lot of theists go into. Like they find out they've been lied to. That they'll go, well, I'm really kind of pissed off now being an atheist, or that it's they get into like some lower mood, and I've seen that from a lot of people. But that's because you realize you've been lied to for such a long time.
I went through that. Yeah.
It's just acknowledging that what was told to you wasn't true. It has nothing to do with the atheist part of you. And if anything, you should look forward to, hey, I just developed some damn good standards of evidence where I now can confidently say the thing that I was deceived in isn't true. I mean, that is immense. That's something for you to look forward to. It's beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful thing to have and to take with you on every part of navigating this world and claims that come your way. You won't be deceived and conned by a con man. That's a great thing to value. You're thinking independently. It's a good thing.
And imagine how silly it would sound if I were to find out that Cardi B didn't know who I was, and I was like, well, I don't want to live in a world where I'm not going to go out with Cardi B. There's no meaning to my life anymore. I think most people would find that silly. Be like, well, there's tons of ways to find meaning in your life, You could
date Nicki Minaj.
I could go out with Nicki Minaj. Exactly.